To 5, a member of the Clark County Commissioners responds after our story aired on a shortage of foster families.
Many expressing concerns about the compensation for foster parents not being enough. Fox 5's Danny Maston has been tracking this story for months and has the Fox 5 update.
I spoke with Clark County Commissioner Justin Jones, who tells me he realizes the compensation rate for foster parents needs to be raised and has plans to make this happen.
$500 to $700. That is how much money foster parents are compensated when caring for a child.
It hasn't been adjusted or increased in more than 15 years. And I think you heard me and others on the board audibly gasp when we heard that.
County reps from the Department of Family Services also expressing the need for more funds.
The reimbursement isn't high enough to have people want to foster. And we completely agree with that.
Clark County Commissioner Justin Jones tells me in the past, the county has been able to secure more money for specialized foster care, which is foster parents caring for kids involved in the justice system or battling mental health issues. And now plans to do the same all across the board.
Get homes licensed faster and get kids into those homes faster.
Jones tells me the county will not wait for the state for more money.
But at least we got to compensate them for the time and effort that it takes to care for these kids, to transport them to school, to doctor's visits, to family visits, etc.
On Tuesday, the county announced it will be holding an expedited recruitment session to help alleviate the ongoing foster parent shortage. That expedited course that will take place starting this weekend is already sold out. Because of the tremendous interest in the rapid course, Commissioner Jones also taking steps to make this more available.
We'll definitely go into the next fiscal cycle, but I think you're going to see board action immediately.
Again, that expedited course is at full capacity, but there is room for people to sign up for an information session or the regular 9-week training course. We have a link to that on our website at fox5vegas.com. Reporting from the Department of Family of Services, I'm Danny Maston, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
And to show a comparison, foster parents in California are compensated between $1,000 and $2,600 a month. In Arizona, foster parents are compensated between $19 and $27 a day. And in Utah, the compensation for foster parents is between $800 and $900 a month.